Okay, so every year we kind of like to look back and talk a little bit about how PyTexas got to where it is. Hey, Sheila. And this year there were a lot of first-time speakers, so maybe you haven't seen this talk, although I've given it in the past. So wanted to kind of walk through this. The title of this is Making PyTexas Happen Legally, because for the first few years it was, you know, a little sketchy, questionable at least. So here's just a little history about how PyTexas came around. The first PyTexas-ish meetup was in Houston in 2007. It might be the first regional conference. There's some like historical references to some others. If you kind of go spelunking on the web, right around that time, but it's right around the right time. We adopted the PyTexas name in 2009. And then for a long time there, it was a super informal, just get together like at a friendly venue, a college campus or something. No food, no sponsors, just Southwestern Medical Center, Baylor, right? Like very that was 2009. Okay, Sheila, by the way, is responsible for a large portion of these earlier meetups. So thank you, Sheila. I appreciate it. So in 2013, we were facing a problem, which was people would say they were going to come, we would start to get food, and then they wouldn't show up, and that was kind of difficult. So we started like asking people to pay because that makes people come make it. And Sheila was kind of stepping away, so more of us kind of stepped in for the first time. The problem was we were, taking in money to do things, but like, who was that money going to, right? Is it Jeremy's money or, somebody else's? And also, so there are like tax liabilities, and also like, if we tell a sponsor we're going to do something, who's the responsible party for it? So taking on kind of a lot of legal liabilities and risks. So we kind of asked for help, and the PSF stepped up, and they helped us by taking in payments from sponsors or from individuals who are buying tickets, and then sending us like reimbursement, which was really helpful. We're really glad that they did it. But there was just a little bit of like, friction with that process, because we would have to kind of pay money out and then wait to be reimbursed, and it was sort of a pain. So we decided to do it ourselves. And in, I think, 2014, we incorporated as a Texas nonprofit. The PyTexas Foundation has been around now for about 8 years. And we went and got like 501c3 certification, which means if you donate money to us, that's actually tax deductible, which is nice. And just FYI, our bylaws state that like this is kind of an essential thing you have to do to do this. But like if we ever dissolve, any money that's left over all goes to the PSF. So it's a fully Python dedicated organization. And we got a logo, which we love, and which the PSF's like trademark board has actually approved, which is nice. So this is, PyTexas generally. So stepping back in, we started the foundation in 2014, got our 501c3 certification, had a couple of little oopsies in 2018 and then 21 where maybe we got a little busy and didn't quite do it, or had a worldwide pandemic, and now we're in 2022. So that's just kind of how we are. That means that this is something like our 15-year anniversary, which is kind of cool. So how does the PyTexas Foundation work? Like, what do we do? We have a board of directors. There are 3 of us. As of yesterday, Mason Egger is our new president. Thank you, Mason, for joining us. Huge mistake, but anyway. Kevin is, I think, maybe outside. Oh, no, Kevin's over here. Kevin's the vice president. I'm the secretary. We don't have a treasurer right now. I just get to do that for fun. And then, we have kind of committees, special committees who are elected, selected to like run the conference, effectively just like giving them the power to sign contracts when we need them to. And then we have, meetings every 6 months or so in order to check in on the finances and stuff. It's actually kind of boring. So if you want to help do a boring thing, but that also is really, really important for like the longevity of PyTexas and its legal, status and, keeping the things going, and then helping us think about potential expansion options, you could become a director. You could help us out. How do you do that? Let us know you want to do it. Come to the meetings. Really, that's it. Like it's not a lot. But if you do it, it really is helpful for us to be able to like push some of these responsibilities out to others and also like get ideas and there are different areas of Texas that we maybe don't serve as well as we would like to, and so we'd love to have more input on those kinds of things. What's that? Yeah, because the directors right now, until yesterday, we were in Dallas, Austin, and Houston, so they've always been sort of virtual. The actual requirement officially in our bylaws is that we have to meet at the conference. So when there's a conference, we like have an annual meeting just to do it. So anyhow, and we can always do off cycle meetings too. But yeah, they are virtual. Anyhow, I think that's please come let me know if you're interested. Super happy to talk about that more. And one last thing is there's always some confusion, or there's PyTexas Foundation, which is ongoing and a persistent entity where we have yearly obligation or all year obligations, and then there's the PyTexas Conference, so which is what we're here at today. So anyhow, we're thinking about ways to increase the influence of the PyTexas Foundation in beyond the yearly conference, but for now, this is what we got. MV PyTexas, right? And with that, I think that's the history. I'm all done. Any questions? Any thoughts? No. All right, cool. Who's next up? All right, awesome. Thanks, y'all.